Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Arsenic and Espresso, a podcast where we rarely drink coffee, but we always talk about metal music.
We have another reaction for you guys tonight, but it's going to be a little bit different. We are reacting to a reactor.
Reactception.
Yes. No, I saw this pull up on my feed today, and it's from Alex HEFNER. I know I've showed you a few of his things, but he is sort of one of the people that I used to watch a lot. That he's one of the people that definitely inspired me to be like, yeah, let's do reactions, because he seems like he just has a blast doing everything. He's also like the most positive and like happy person I've ever seen on the internet ever.
Well, that's precious.
Right? And it's almost a bad thing, but it's not corny at all. It just seems super genuine. No, so he put out a video today that was titled 5 Things I Hate About Metal. So knowing sort of his style,
Knowing that he's a happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
This is either completely satire or he actually has stuff that is worth being called out about. So
Okay. Did you watch this or no?
No, I haven't yet. Okay, you ready?
Yes. I have no idea what to expect.
I don't know.
Because I don't have any memory of you showing me this person.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you're watching this... Oh my god. Holy shit. I need to stop trying to harm my body making fucking content for everybody, goddammit. I'm gonna be around much longer.
Oh, he's great.
But, hey, YouTube, what's going on? Hope y'all are having a dope-ass day today. It's your boy, Alex. I'm back today with another video. If you are watching this right now, then you must want to know the 5 things that I absolutely hate about metal. Now, metal has been introduced
He is the quintessential YouTuber.
Yeah.
into my life a couple years ago. I've fallen absolutely in love with it, with the genre, with other metalheads, with just the music, the lyrics, the playing, the riffs, everything. But throughout my journey of listening to heavy metal and implementing it into my life, I have run into a few things that I absolutely fucking hate. And let me tell you what they are right now. If you agree with me, cool. If you don't, cool. It's just my opinion. But number 1 are metal elitists.
No, you can't handle expert mode.
Now this comes across as just like you being a fucking asshole. Metal
Yes,
absolutely.
Like metal gets judged so much. Like we need to have just a family. We need to have as many people come into the genre as possible. And then once people try to experience the genre, you got metal elitists that are like, oh
it's
you're
terrible.
not a fucking metalhead because you haven't listened to it since birth, bitch. Get the fuck out of our genre. And they like ruin it for people who are trying to come into it. They're the feared group of metalheads that everyone else is like, well, what the fuck are y'all doing? Metal elitists and snobs are pushing people out, and it just pisses me off. I hate
we get a few comments like this. I mean, we react to videos that we've never seen.
Right.
And a lot of them are bands like I've never listened to. And if you've watched some of our original videos, you know that I don't deviate from like 4 bands.
Right.
And so it's not a surprise that I haven't heard of these bands, or rather haven't listened to them. Some of them I've heard of. I've just never listened to their music. But we even get a few comments who are like, how the fuck have you not heard of them? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't go outside.
Like, that's kind of why we're doing it. Well, and that's why we started it too. Because like we enjoy metal as like a brand, right? We've always listened to metal, but we haven't really stepped outside of the, handful of bands and handful of genres. And like, I enjoy listening to all sorts of different metal music. But I still find myself listening to like the same 10, 15 bands. I know you're like same 4 bands.
Literally same 4. Yes.
But
yeah. So far, I agree 100%.
On point, yeah.
So if you're a metal elitist, fuck off. There's a time and place for it, but rarely is there. And seriously, one thing about metal elitists that I really don't like is it's like, yeah, dude, I love listening to Slipknot, it's fun. And then the elitist comes by and they're like, oh, if it's not neo-Nazi, Neapolitan ice cream flavored drop body shot, blasted out deathcore metal from the Philippines in 1918 to 1919, I don't listen to it. So,
yes.
Where's the lie?
Number 2, thing that I absolutely hate about metal is the word heavy.
Facts.
Heavy metal, what the fuck does heavy mean? It's the most ambiguous word.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what it means. If you ask one person like a metal elitist, they're gonna be like, oh, the only heavy things that I listen to, Cannibal Corpse, I love death metal and black metal. That's the only heavy shit. And then you got other people that are like, I love Green Day. metal band from. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I hate the word heavy
Green
because
Day.
it's just like, what the hell does it mean?
It
Oh
is
my
a
God.
super vague term, and it's just like I feel like anyone will throw it in front of a band,
Yeah.
and just be like, yeah, they're heavy. You're like,
Well, and I think too, because like we did a whole podcast on, or like several episodes rather, on like the differences of different genres and everything, and what
like
it comes.
bands that fall into those genres.
Yeah, and what it comes down to is like heavy metal kind of started it's sort of like the parent genre for a lot of
The
different
umbrella.
things. But yeah, you get into like you're talking with like an elitist, and I think what drives me the most sane thinking about
Most
this,
sane, most insane.
what drives me the most insane rather, no, is when you're talking with somebody who is obviously pretty new to the metal scene, or maybe they only enjoy a little bit of metal, but they use the word heavy metal to describe a particular band, right? Maybe it's Avenged Sevenfold or whatever. And you get the people who get so upset at you calling it heavy metal
Yes.
when it's obviously new metal or metalcore or symphonic goth metal or
Yes.
whatever, right?
Yes.
And it's so unnecessary, right? Because they're brand new, like he was just saying in the first one, right? Like,
yeah.
we got to let them in, right? We don't need to turn them away just because like they got their genre of metal wrong, right?
Well, and like genres of metal are so like almost unique to the individual, I
Mhm.
feel, and like each person will call something different. Like I might call it Latin pagan metal, but other people would call it Viking metal. Other people
Right.
would call it
No, that's true.
like Norse metal or whatever.
Right, there's a little bit of ambiguity, is that the right
Yes,
word, between
yes.
different things? And
And-
yeah, if you talk to the wrong person and call it the wrong thing, then they'll crucify you. And
Yes.
it's like,
And
I
you're just
just
like,
wanted
"Oh."
to say that I liked it. So
So I'll just stop talking now.
yes.
Me. Number 3, the thing that I
Let me
hate
make sure.
about metal is just one band fans. You know, whenever they're like, yeah, I'm a metalhead. I listen to a lot of metal, actually. Pantera. That's what I listen
He's
to.
calling you
Don't
out.
call
What do you
me
listen to?
out.
Phil Anselmo's band. Okay. What else do you listen to? The guys that made Cemetery Gates. There's so much out there. I literally
Except
think
I don't
could
listen to
find
Pantera.
a genre or subgenre of metal for each and every single person on the planet. Expand your
Yeah.
horizons. Get out there. Do your thing. If you have to, make a fucking reaction channel and record your reaction to you expanding your horizon. Like dumbasses do
That's
that.
us.
Number 4.
That's us.
In addition to heavy is screamo. I don't get it. More so
Okay.
than anything, it just bugs me. It's like I don't understand it. What the hell is screamo? That's like an outdated.
It's funny because we just watched that Finn McKenty video on like the evolution of screaming. If you haven't watched it, it's a super good
Super
video.
good.
He doesn't go super in depth, but he just kind of gives like a blanket history of like how screaming has evolved
Right.
through music, but it's really, really good. But I've always thought it's funny. Like it sounds funny when you're like, oh, the screams, oh, the screamo, the screaming. And it sounds like a funny way to describe something.
For me, I feel like it's the same when people call, our generation millennials, like in a derogatory way. I feel like it's the same thing, like, oh, it's screamo bands, and it comes still from those metal elitists, like the heavy metal, the thrash metal, the, doom metal type people that are just like,
The
oh,
Pantera,
Yeah.
like everyone I
they're
ever
like,
knew,
you don't like metal because you like screamo.
because you
right?
don't listen to Metallica every single day,
Right.
And if you knew metal, you would only listen to Metallica because they were the OGs, they were the originals. Doesn't get harder than them.
Right. I think for me, for me, the things that I hate about metal the most are metal fans rather than actually the
Yes.
music. So sorry guys.
Oh yeah,
But
but I mean, we include ourselves in that.
yeah,
Like he just said. Oh, did he say like only assholes would make a reaction
I think
channel?
I think that was satire, but
But-
because he's a reaction channel too. But
Like
yeah,
we
I mean,
include ourselves in it.
and that was the whole point of us starting this channel too, was expanding our horizons and like learning more about the different metal
'Cause we don't know
genres
a
and the
lot.
different stuff, and yeah, learning with you guys, right? So
Yes.
absolutely, he's on point so far.
He is funny.
He's hilarious, right?
Ass term, that's just something in metal that really, really bugs me. Even metalheads say screamo, and it pisses me off. Don't know why, but it does, and this video is about things that I hate, so I gotta bring up things that I hate. Lastly, number 5, the thing that I absolutely hate that could be number 1 on the list is whenever people do the heavy metal devil horns and they do this. I don't know why that bugs me. That's like
Yeah.
I love you. That's like the I love you symbol. Hey, I love you. I used to do that to my mom whenever I was like embarrassed in elementary school. To be like, I love you, mommy.
Like, it's not just a symbol, but it's like American Sign Language for I love you. And so, like, when you're at a metal show and you see people like thrashing around, like going crazy, and then people are just like, all I can think of is like church camp when like the camp counselors were like, hey, we're going to play some like lots of electric guitar Christian music for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we would get in trouble for doing this, but we were allowed to do this.
Yep. I remember those days. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
And be like, love you. Knock, knock. Love you. Now, if I saw my mom, be like, I love you, mommy! And I would just give her a huge hug in front of everybody. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, these are the heavy metal devil horns, and then you do the counteracted ones, and then you do this, and you lock, and it's a power fucking thing.
I've never seen that in my life.
I have no idea what
do
he's
this.
talking about.
You're a fucking idiot. Not really. I'm sure there are people out there that I would love that do that, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get that. So, those are the 5 things that I absolutely hate about metal. But it doesn't really matter what I think. I want to know what you guys think. And with that being said,
That's
drop
cool.
some comments down below. Let me know your pet peeves about metal. Let me know what you love about it. Let me know what you hate about it. Let me know everything in between. But drop some comments down below. And that is all I got for you today. So keep smiling, keep being yourself. Don't let anybody throw shade at you. I will see you guys tomorrow. That's a motherfucking fact, though. Yeah, love y'all. Peace.
Oh my gosh, he's
my
so
God.
hyper. I don't think he breathed that entire
Right.
time.
Oh, he's great. He's absolutely one of my favorites. I always, after we do a reaction, I always go back and check his because he's done like every reaction under the sun.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he does. I don't know if he has a different job or not, but like he
a-
posts like
just
3 or 4
reacts.
times a day. Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, it's insane. But no, I really love his content. So definitely, if for some reason you haven't come across his channel yet, he's all over the place. You should just follow him anyways. But yeah, that was dope. I felt like he was spot on with a lot of that stuff.
Well, and especially because he said he's only been listening to metal for the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. It sounds elitist and douchey, but it's really important to like hear an outsider's perspective
Mhm.
of what the metal community looks like and appears to be, and then how they are actually. Because like for myself, I like I've met people who've met me. The initial like first impression is like, oh, it's kind of scary, or like these people seem kind of scary and crazy. Scary is used a lot to describe
You.
myself and the people I hang around.
Yeah.
But like when you get to know us, like we're super chill. Like I don't know. I don't consider myself scary
Right.
at all.
Well,
But like all of that to say, like you get to know people and everyone's really nice and whatever. But like he pointed out, a lot of times there's still those elitists who are just like no matter what you bring to the table as someone who's enjoying metal, they're gonna belittle you for it in one way or another.
yeah.
And like that's shitty.
Coming into every time we post a reaction video, I'm always like, man, what if the haters like hate our take on this particular band, you know? Because I mean, our views are different than everybody else.
Mhm.
If we don't like the band, or not rather the band, if it's not like our particular vibe for
Mhm.
whatever reason, and we just say, hey, you know, it wasn't for us, like, are those fans going to absolutely come at our throat just because we reacted like in the wrong way, you
Mhm.
know? And that's kind of annoying. I feel like that would be if I were to add anything to like the things I hate about metal is not being able to take like I don't like that
I don't
band.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then people are like, why not?
Right?
How could you not like it?
Super defensive.
Do you not have any idea how much effect they've had on the music industry as a whole?
Right. Which the irony, right, of being like a metalhead, right, is that you're an outcast anyways, right? I mean, half of us look way different than the, you know, everyday person walking down the street just because we have a band t-shirt on or whatever. But the minute somebody says, hey, I don't know, I don't like your music style, that comes within the metal scene.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
I've had conversations with people because like I don't listen to like Metallica or Pantera. some of those like OG bands,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had a lot of people be like, "Well, how dare you say you know anything about metal or
Right.
music at all if you don't know the entire discography of Ozzy Osbourne?"
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, I know he was important. Like I
Right.
I get it. Like
Well,
I can.
and I think that might be the thing too, is that a lot of us as fans, right, we're on the defense of our music anyways, because there's so many people who don't like our music.
Mhm.
But when you talk to somebody like us, right,
Mhm.
who doesn't like, I mean, yeah, I don't have Metallica on any of my playlists, right?
I do have one song.
What's
I have
it? Master of Puppets.
no. I have Nothing Else Matters
Mm,
on my ballads
fair.
playlist because it's fire. And I also have the Sabaton cover of For Whom the Bell Tolls. So that like kind of
That
counts
kinda
as
works.
Metallica.
That kind of works. But yeah, so anyways though, I've also known and I've come to understand what Metallica and other bands like them, Pantera, right? I mean, we respect the OGs. That doesn't mean that we have to listen to them. It doesn't mean that we have to think that their music's amazing and we play it every day.
Or know all of their music.
Right. Not at all.
First of all, I couldn't tell you the band member of any band I listen to. I couldn't tell you the name of any band member of any of the bands I listen to. I couldn't tell you the title of most of their songs because I just listen to it, I like it, and then I just put it on my playlist and I move on.
Well, and that's another thing though that I like about doing our reactions and reviews is I've come to familiarize myself with a lot of bands and their particular sounds and their particular songs, and that makes me feel good, so that I'm not just, you know.
So you're not like me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That was funny. That was super funny.
He's hilarious.
I agree with like everything he said.
Yes.
Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about it.
I think that's all. I mean, we could probably ramble for like 100 more minutes.
Yeah, we could.
But
we could. That wouldn't
we're
be
not
fun
going
for
to.
anyone.
Anyways, but for real though, go follow Alex Hefner.
Yes.
Because he's hilarious.
And follow our other social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is at Arsenic Podcast. Instagram is at Arsenic and Espresso Podcast. And you should follow us there.
Yeah, we'll follow you back, most likely.
Most likely. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. And we will see you next time.